Inside of this video, I'm going to reveal 3 simple, automated, and profit-boosting email marketing strategies for cash physical therapists that are adding 1 to 2 evaluations per day for our cash practice. Now, you might be asking yourself, who is this guy? Well, for the last 5 years, I've been known as the marketing guy inside of cash physical therapy, and I've consulted some of the most profitable cash physical therapy businesses in the world. In the last 5 years alone, we've scaled my partner Ben's practice to over $2 million per year while maintaining a 30+% profit margin, and helped more than 500 other cash physical therapists launch, grow, and scale their own cash practices that's delivering to them the lifestyle and financial freedom that they've wanted ever since they started the practice in the first place. Now, in the last 12 months alone, we have added more than 1,000 prospects to our email lists, with more than 590 of them booking evaluations and generating us more than $912,000 in cash package sales. So I think I know a thing or two about email marketing and cash physical therapy. More than 50% of our new monthly booked patients are coming from our email marketing strategies, and 100% of them are receiving a minimum of 5 emails before they even show up to their evaluation, resulting in $912,000 in cash package sales. So no, email marketing is definitely not dead. In fact, it is 50% of the game. Inside of this video, I'm going to reveal everything that you need to know to launch effective email marketing strategies inside of your practice today with minimal effort, including the exact tools, templates, and automations that we're using to generate new patients from email each and every day. Now, if you get value out of this training, I want you to hit the like, subscribe, and the alert button so that you get notified every single time we release a new training around what's working right now in the world of cash physical therapy. Now, before getting started with email marketing, you're going to need some sort of tool that's going to allow you to deliver emails at scale. Now, you don't want to just be sending emails from your Gmail, because that is going to be incredibly manual. Things are going to slip through the cracks, and you're going to have a really hard time finding a profitable flow with your email marketing. So I recommend using tools like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, or HighLevel, which all are extremely affordable and can more than pay for the cost. Now, each one of these tools can generate significant profits for your practice, more than covering the cost of their monthly fee. Now, out of these 3 options, I highly recommend using HighLevel or working with a coach or an agency that uses HighLevel, that you can get a snapshot of all of their systems already pre-built into their system for you. That means you want to find a coach or an agency that specializes with cash physical therapists, so that when you sign up for that service, you get all of their practice systems already pre-built into it. For example, we offer all of our students a snapshot of our HighLevel account that come with every single email marketing system and automation that we're currently using inside of our 7-figure practice to generate nearly $1 million in sales just from email. But you can also just get started with something like MailChimp or ActiveCampaign that have the functionality that you need. You want to be able to segment your lists through tags. You want to be able to trigger automations to nurture and warm up your lists, or to follow up with patients, or to reactivate past patients. What you're really looking for is something that is going to allow you to personalize your email strategies to unique patient populations, while also automating the entire experience so that you can be hands-free and focus on the parts of the business that are really going to create more growth and momentum for you. Now, there are 3 massive advantages to email marketing. Number 1 is that you own the traffic. Once someone joins your email list, they are now traffic that you own, versus something like Facebook or Instagram or a YouTube subscriber following. Their algorithms dictate how much of your content is going to be shown to your audience. When you own email, every single email you send is going to go to 100% of the people who are on your email list, and you're not going to be impacted by changes in Meta's algorithms or YouTube or Google's algorithms, and you really get to make sure that your most ideal prospects are seeing every single message that you're putting out that you want them to see. Number 2 is you get to build empathy and authority pre-evaluation. This gives us the power that once someone books with us, and before they actually show up for that evaluation, we're able to curate a journey for them that's going to help them overcome fears, reset false beliefs, and get them more and more excited to show up to that evaluation, making it more likely that they're going to decide that they want a cash package before they ever even show up, which is the ultimate gold. The number three, all this stuff can be 100% automated. Yes, there's an upfront cost to putting the emails or the texts together and building out all of your email workflows. But once those things are set up, you never really have to touch them again. Yes, every quarter or so, you want to go back and look at your email campaigns and see how they're performing and make tweaks and adjustments. But for the most part, once this is set up, you really don't have to touch it a whole lot. Now, email marketing serves as a moat around your business and is a really good defensive strategy because you get to reach 100% of your hottest prospects, and it is 100% unaffected by social media algorithm changes. You can also leverage email to circumvent those social media algorithms and boost the reach of every single piece of content that you put out there by once you release it on social media, then you craft an email linking to that piece of content, and then you can make sure every single person in your audience has an opportunity to see that piece of content. Now, email also allows you to become the go-to specialist by curating personalized email nurturing experiences for each and every avatar that you have, allowing you to be positioned as the go-to authority for that population. Now, this means we do need to segment our lists depending on what people are contacting us for, what problems they have, and then creating email workflows that are designed specifically for that avatar to provide value, to educate them, to show case studies of people in similar position, and to increase the belief that your unique process of helping patients is head and shoulders above anything else that they might get elsewhere. Now, email marketing also allows us to build excitement and trust before the evaluation. One of the biggest things that hurts cash package sales is when patients decide in advance that they're not going to allow someone to convince them to commit to a long-term package. Once you do that, no matter how good of an eval you do, it's really, really hard to get them to change their mind. Even if you do the absolute best you possibly can during the eval, it's hard to change their minds. If we can use email to offset the false beliefs that they might have, the fears that they might have, and reinforce their decision to book with you, and to show them what their life could look like after they commit to a package with us and they show up having already decided that they want one, it makes selling cash packages more like order taking than actual sales. And we can't do any of that without email. Now, one of the other things we can do with email is we can reactivate either leads who have gone cold, who didn't book, or past patients to make sure that we're maximizing the patient lifetime value of each prospect that enters our world. And again, this can all 100% be automated. For us, whenever, and I'm going to go into detail on this in a minute, for us, every single patient that goes cold or gets discharged, we have a workflow that automatically follows up with them every 45 to 60 days for 6 months, gives them a 3-month break, and then continues to do it again indefinitely until that patient either books with us or unsubscribes. And it generates us tens of thousands of dollars each and every month, and it's fully automated. Now, the first step in implementing a profitable email marketing strategy is number one, creating your cash practice copy blueprint. Okay, this is a tool that we use to write every single email, every single ad, every single promotion that we ever propose to our list, because it makes sure that we are writing to a very specific avatar with a very specific problem and a set of motives and fears and beliefs around the services that we provide. And having this cash practice blueprint ensures that every single piece that we push out follows the same narrative and speaks to the right person. And we're not starting to deviate away from the stuff that we know works the best to convert prospects into cash in hand patients. And so we developed our own AI software that helps us create each and every one of these pieces of content. I'm going to show you how it works here. Okay, and you can find this in the comments beneath this video. So, for example, I can say, I'm a cash physical therapy practice working with active adults who want to stay injury-free, active without painkillers, surgery, or injections. Okay. Very simple breakdown. And what this report is going to give us is every single thing that we need to then write highly effective emails, come up with great offers, write great ads, every single thing. Because it's going to tell us, break down our niche. It's going to break down the details of our avatar, that avatar's primary goals, their secondary goals, their primary fears, their secondary fears, their false beliefs, their expensive alternatives, and it's even going to give us recommended offers and unique mechanisms that we can use to sell more prospects into our cash physical therapy packages. Now, once we break down this entire thing, once this is done, assuming that you agree with every single thing that this is printed out, now you can tell it to make some subtle adjustments for your avatar, and the more you provide it in this initial prompt, the more accurate this is actually going to be. But we've trained this this GPT over months and months and thousands of data points to be insanely accurate. So you shouldn't have to change it that much. But once you have this, now we can plug in email templates or tell it to write specific emails and ads for this avatar, and they convert incredibly well. And so if you're not too good at writing emails, you don't really know what to say, use this GPT to create a customer profile for you, then ask it to create different emails. I'm going to give you some templates here in a minute that you can then plug into this and have it write highly effective emails on your behalf so you can get through things much, much faster. Now, once you have your cash practice copy blueprint, there are 3 automated email sequences that you should have to maximize the effectiveness of your email marketing strategies. Number 1 is a lead nurturing and indoctrination sequence that gets each and every prospect warmed up to us, the way we do things, and to set us apart from all of the competitors. The primary goal is to build the trust and help them see that we understand their problem better than anyone else, making them believe that we can provide the absolute best solution for them. The second is the new patient onboarding. Now, the whole point in the sequence is to overcome and prevent objections before they happen. We want to make them decide that they want to buy a cash package before we even recommend one. And so the whole point of the new patient onboarding is to show them that we are vastly different than anything else that they have ever tried before. The number 3 is cold lead and patient reactivation, a campaign that consistently follows up with patients to check in to see how they're doing. And this gets a percentage of each of the people on our list to reactivate, to reschedule, boosting the profit from our overall marketing strategies. Now let's dive into lead indoctrination and nurturing sequences. The goal is to ascend prospects through the 5 stages of the buyer journey, from awareness to interested in what you have, to considering investing, to the point where they actually make the decision. And then number 5, when they love you so much that they actually want to refer, leave you reviews, and support the business. We do this by showing empathy and establishing domain authority over what it is we're doing. Basically, we want to show them that we understand their problems better than anyone else. And these are the 2 ingredients of trust. We have to show them that A, we understand their situation, and B, we actually have the authority to know what the solution is to their unique problem. Now, the makeup of a great lead indoctrination and nurturing sequence is 3 to 5 emails sent daily as soon as someone joins your list but does not book an appointment right away. So here's the general layout. The email number 1 is the one where we want to emphatically welcome them to our community, give them a little bit of value, and tell them what to expect. Email 2 is where we want to actually drop a resource or give them some sort of information that allows them to help them solve their problem, help them bring them closer from where they are to where it is they want to be, to start the relationship off on a great note. Email number 3 is where we want to reset false beliefs around what it is that might be holding them back from achieving the outcome that they actually want to have. Number 4 is the one with the healing hands. We actually want to give them some tips, some strategies to try to solve their problem on their own. Because at the end of the day, if your simple tips are enough for them to solve their problem, they're probably not a great fit for long-term care or for a package. And so we want to give them the tools to solve the problem themselves and to show the ones who can't that they need your help in order to get the outcome they want. The number 5 is the victory lab. This is when we're actually having some sort of call to action for them to book a call and to work with us, maybe delivering some sort of voucher or giving them some sort of incentive to book right now. Let's walk through some examples of a great indoctrination sequence, and all of these templates you can get by going beneath this video. And so this template is going to break down some examples and have some fill in the blanks for you to start off your email strategies very quickly and make sure you're getting results right away. Now, what you can do with these templates is take it and plug it directly into the AI tool I just spoke about. So you can just take this entire thing, copy and paste it into your cash practice copy blueprint. Okay. And it's going to produce for you a very quick and very powerful email template based off of the information that you've inputted into this particular AI copy blueprint. Okay. And then you can just copy and paste that into your email scheduler. So lead nurturing sequences should be 2 to 3 emails per week, providing value, providing stories, providing case studies and resources, and occasionally redirecting them towards that call to action. So initially, we want to indoctrinate them. But once we have them indoctrinated, if they didn't yet book an appointment, we don't want to continue to pester them. We want to continue to follow up with them 2 to 3 times per week, demonstrating value. And no, you're not going to be emailing them too many times. The average person receives dozens and dozens of emails every single day, only opening about 10% of those things and actually paying attention. So you're not going to bombard your email list. They're going to ignore the vast majority of these. And so we want to play the volume game and put enough things out there, providing value, shifting beliefs, showing social proof to make sure that we're staying top of mind for the people who need our help the most. So one great example of a great lead nurturing email is maybe you just recorded a brand new piece of content that's on YouTube. And instead of waiting for the YouTube algorithm to show your video to your top prospects, you can put that in an email and deliver it out to your prospects with no call to action other than to watch this video. You're not asking them to book, you're not asking them to buy, you're just demonstrating value. The second example are case studies. Write down an email of a patient that you recently helped get through a problem that maybe they didn't think they'd be able to overcome, helping to shift the beliefs of the prospects that they can also have that sort of transformation. The third example are call to action emails, where once we've demonstrated enough value and social proof, every now and then we want to present an opportunity for them to book an appointment with us. And so I would use these sparingly, only send direct call to actions to schedule with you 1 to 2 times each and every month. Now, the second kind of sequence that you want to have in your practice is new patient onboarding. Most practices really miss a tremendous opportunity to set themselves apart from other practices because most people, all they do is send appointment reminders and intake form and the steps that they need to take to get prepared for that visit. Okay, this is what we found leads to schedulers' remorse, and you miss out on this opportunity to prevent and prehab the future objections that they might bring up during that evaluation. And so the number one reasons patients don't buy or that they don't show up is simply because they don't believe that you are going to be worth their time. So maybe you did a great job during the discovery call of setting up what the expectations are for working with you. But then by the time you get them scheduled and the time they show up, they're starting to think that maybe I got tricked by some great sales wizardry, and they're starting to have second thoughts. We call these schedulers' remorse. And once you have that, one of 2 outcomes is possible. 1, they just don't show up, or 2, they show up having already decided that they don't want to commit long term, in which case it's really hard to get them to move forward after they've done that, no matter how good of a job you do during the evaluation. Now, if patients do show up, the second primary reason why they don't convert is that they decided in advance that they weren't going to commit to anything. Okay, we can solve both of these problems by validating newly booked patients for making the decision to schedule with us, reinforcing that decision through logic and with empathy, and then building a connection between the treating clinician and the prospect. Here's exactly how we do that. So the new patient onboarding sequence should be 3 to 5 emails leading up to the evaluation. And in addition, you can send some SMS and email reminders about that appointment, but we want to focus on demonstrating value, increasing belief, and showing them what's possible through working together by overcoming some of the false beliefs they have or the fears that they have. And so a general framework that you can follow is email number 1 is first congratulating them on scheduling their appointment and taking the first step towards finding the long-term solution that they want. Then we want to provide the next steps and then introduce them to their treating physical therapist. So when a new patient books with us, we have a video where the CEO, the practice owner, is introducing them to their treating physical therapist. And so their treating physical therapist now has a face. The prospect's able to feel kind of the energy that physical therapist gives off and start to build that emotional connection between them, getting them more and more excited for their upcoming evaluation. Email number 2 is validating their urgency. Why now is the best time for them to solve their problem and the risks of waiting to do so. Number 3 is belief boosting. Just talking about your unique process, your unique mechanism that gets superior results compared to the alternative solutions your prospect might be considering. So we want to share reviews. We want to share case studies. We want to break down what our process actually looks like and contrast that with some of the more traditional methods that your prospect may have already tried. And then 24 hours before that, or the same day of their evaluation, we want to send a personalized video, either texted or emailed to that prospect from the treating PT that shows that they actually read through the intake paperwork that they did submit. And again, building excitement and enthusiasm around getting to meet them and to work with them in person. Here's an example of a new patient onboarding template that you can get beneath this video. Now, again, you can take this template and plug this directly into your cash practice copy blueprint and get this punched out in a matter of minutes rather than twisting and turning and trying to write this and become a world-class copywriter yourself. Just take these templates, plug it into the AI, and then plug that into whatever email system you might be using. Now, the third automation that you want to set up for your email system is lead and patient reactivation sequences. We want to make sure that every single patient we have continues to hear from us so that if problems come back, we're able to help them with it, or if other problems arise, they think of us first to come and get the help. And then if we are generating consistent leads, just because they opted in and didn't book right away doesn't mean they're not a perfect fit. It just means that they're human and that they're busy. So we want to stay top of mind and have an automated system to stay in front of them and give prospects the social proof, the validation, and the value so that we can be in front of them in the right moment where they're finally ready to take that next step. And so the goal of the reactivation campaign is to boost the return on your marketing dollars as well as to boost cash flow coming into the business. So number one, you want to boost your patient lifetime value. We want to stay in front of people who have already given us money because they are far easier to convert into more services than a complete stranger. And so we want our patient lifetime value to be around $2,000, if not more. And by consistently following up with our patients every 45 to 60 days, you can significantly increase your odds of getting patients back in to buy yet another package or visit. Number two is we want to boost our lead to booking rate. And so when we're running, especially with paid advertising, for every single lead we get, obviously we want to maximize the number of those that are actually turning into booked evals. But you're going to find that a good percentage of your leads, you're not going to get a hold of right away. They're just not ready to have a conversation with you because they do not trust you yet. And so we're going to be sending them lead nurturing and indoctrination campaigns. But then after that, we also want to sprinkle in direct calls to action to follow up with them, where it's like, hey, so-and-so, are you still struggling with this thing? Let me know how I might be able to support you. And so that we can increase the profitability from our marketing by just simply sending occasional email and text messages to reactivate these leads. Number three is to increase your return on your marketing dollars. For every dollar we put into ads, we're generating a certain number of leads. And we want to have systems beyond just following up with leads that can convert those leads into cash paying patients 3 months, 6 months, or even 9 months down the road. And you can't do that unless you have pre-built automated systems for reactivating and nurturing these leads. And so we can do all of this by, number one, following up with prospects every 45 to 60 days in perpetuity. Either they sign up or they unsubscribe. We don't care which one as long as there's action being taken. It's okay if you get unsubscribes. That just means that they're not a good fit. We don't want them on our list anyway. And then number two is end of month availability promotions. At the end of every single month, we always promote how many slots we have available on our calendar at the beginning of next month. And we like to put some sort of special on this, some sort of discount on the initial evaluation, creating urgency and scarcity around one, the offer, and two, the availability of our docs who are in high demand. The number three is quarterly and biannual promo cycles. Promo cycles are one of the best things you could possibly do for the cash flow of your business. We run them at the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, every single year, because it creates this massive influx of cash flow coming into the business, reactivating past patients, and getting cold leads who went dark back on the phones having conversations with our docs. Now let's talk about our long-term lead follow-up sequence that hits our prospects every 45 to 60 days. This goes out to all unresponsive leads as well as all discharged patients. And this is 100% fully automated. We just have to notify our system when a lead is discharged or when they go cold so that this automation can be triggered. Now, this is a highly conversational workflow. We're not just sending them offers. This isn't salesy. This is very much with the intention of genuinely helping each and every prospect. So we're just saying, hey, this is Jordan from ProKinetics Physical Therapy here in Milwaukee. I wanted to check in with you and make sure that you're doing okay. How's everything feeling? And this starts a lot of conversations. Not all those conversations are going to convert, but a good percentage it will, that it makes it well worth it to run this automation in your practice. Now, every 30 to 45 to 60 days for 6 months, we're going to be sending this. Then we give them about a 90-day break, and then they re-enter the workflow. And if they unsubscribe, that's perfectly fine. But if they don't, we know that this is still a problem for them. They're just waiting for the right moment to solve this. And we have clients every single month reaching out to us saying how impactful this automation has been for their practice, where they have prospects who opted into their ads months ago who are now contacting them and actually buying packages. Now let's talk about end of month availability promos. At the end of every single month, we run a special to fill the remaining spots on our calendar. And this is both an email and an SMS. And we switch this off every month so that we don't bombard our prospects and that they feel like we're hitting them on multiple channels so that we're not overloading them on any one of them. And so this creates natural urgency and scarcity because our docs are in high demand. We only have a few spots available, and we intensify the offer by getting some sort of discounted evaluation. Maybe this month we're doing a $97 evaluation versus a $200 evaluation, which is our normal rate for the first 5 people that get back to us and respond to this message. Okay, this works best when you're sending consistent value emails. Okay, if you're not nurturing your list, you're not demonstrating value, we don't want to have an automated sequence that is always promoting something for our practice. We want to make sure that between our promos and our offers, we have a lot of value and goodwill getting built, and that's going to maximize the profitability of these campaigns. We had Christian Mercel run one of these campaigns, and he generated multiple 5 figures from a very simple text. Okay, he was just 2/3 of the way through it, and he already had 10 people follow up with him that wanted to take advantage of this end of the month promo, and he generated tens of thousands of dollars with it. So hopefully by now, you have some ideas on how to improve your cash physical therapy practices, email marketing strategies to build better relationships, generate more bookings, and convert more cash packages. Now, if you got value out of this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the alerts button so you get notified whenever we release another training video on what's working right now to grow and scale cash physical therapy practices.